So as we said, there's basically two setups for me. Long shot setup and short shot setup, okay? If we can set up for these short shots, and a short shot for me is anything really sort of 50 yards and closer. Anyway, you're not hitting a full shot kind of thing, okay? The way to think of it, okay? If as before you had a wideish stance, okay, and you can see your hands there with just a little bit sort of behind the ball, you can see you trying to almost get underneath it to try and lift it up in the air, okay? And that's going to result, unfortunately, in a lot of shots being hit on the way up and then sculling them across the green or topping them across the green. They whiz like a rocket and over the back, as you said. So once you set up now with a smaller setup, we're going to try and get everything left of the golf ball. So you can see your sternum now is just nearer the target. Your hands are just slightly in front. So you put yourself in a position now to strike the golf ball more with a downward strike. Okay, that's going to give you a cleaner ball first hit and then the ground afterwards, okay, if required. Okay, it doesn't always have to hit the ground every single time, but as long as you're catching the ball first, not the ground, at least the resulting shot you're going to get is better, okay? Now, depending on what you've got to do, whether you've got to go over something, do you need to hit the ball up in the air with loft? If the answer is yes, when you stand behind the ball, sand iron, pitching wedge. If you don't need loft and you can play it lower, 7-iron, 8-iron. Once you've established then what you need to do, you're then looking at your swing length. Now, roughly speaking, what you'll find is, if as the club goes back, if it went back to, say, here with this club, it'll go 10 yards, there's 20 yards, maybe a bit more, then would be 30 yards. So you'll start learning by how far back that club travels, how far that ball's going to go, because your strike, for the most part, is going to be quite consistent as long as you stay left of the golf ball and not trying to get underneath. Yeah, every now and then we'll get the odd bad one, we know that, but 9 out of 10, if you can strike it consistently, at least, and if you hit 10 golf balls and you swing the golf club to here, 9 of those 10 shots will go 15, 20 yards. So you know exactly now what you're going to get. And obviously with a shorter club, sand irons and pitching wedges, they will go shorter distances with the same swing compared to, say, a 7 or an 8 iron. But you'll learn as you start playing some different shots around the green. Just get to, I know, a chipping green somewhere over here or Sanathan or whatever on the little range. Just do a few chip shots around the green, just sort of see what happens. I'll chip a 7-iron here and see, okay, where's it go? Okay, it goes 25 yards. And as I said, roughly speaking, your percentages for your sand iron would be sort of 75% in the air, 25% roll. Your 7-iron would be the opposite of that, so 25% and then 75% roll. And your 9-iron stroke pitching wedge would kind of be sort of 50-50 in the middle. But you'll learn that as you play. It's not an exact science. I'm going to go, it's got to land at 50 yards and not 50% and then go 50% roll. It's a rough idea. So when you're over the golf ball, you're not stood there going, oh, what am I doing now? And just sort of panicking and guessing. You're going to get a decent strike because you're shorter with your setup. You've got a small shot setup, okay? And now you're keeping everything left. Sternum, hands and everything left of the golf ball. A bit more weight on that front. It's going to give you the better strike. And you can see the loft you're getting with your sand down there now. They were going probably 6-8 feet off the ground, which over a bunker would be more than enough to land on the green, especially now when the ground's getting softer. The ball's not going to be running so fast.
You get something in front, you think, well, I've got to welly this over.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I think if this bit of grass here, where the green started to flag number 5, was a bunker that was, I don't know, 3 or 4 foot deep, and you were here playing to number 4, panic would probably set in. And you'd be thinking, okay, well, I don't want to go in the bunker, so I'll just hit it harder to clear the bunker and just clear everything and be over the back of the green too far. But having hit 10, 15, 20 shots there now, and a lot of them have cleared number 5 and just trickled 3 or 4 feet past number 4, not a problem. You can use the sand iron, you can clear that. You can land on the green coming down a trajectory that's not going to run so far. As long as now everything's left of the golf ball. If you try to lean back or to try and lift it over the bunker, you're plopping it in the bunker itself. So setup is going to be key. Shorter stance, okay, or narrower stance for short shots, okay. Everything left of the golf ball.
That's brilliant.
Okay, good stuff. Right, have a couple more then with that then, and we'll have a look, see how they